the moon conspiracy theories.
Yes, I fucking question it. I'm not going to say they didn't go, but it's very shady. I heard it from NASA themselves. They said, the reason we didn't go back is we lost the technology. We don't know how to do it anymore. And they go, well, how about the video, the original video? Can we see that? Like, we don't have any original video. We lost it, and it had to be recreated in Hollywood.
They said that?
Yes, they said that. And
so that's why the flag's moving.
And yeah, and then they said, how come, where's the telemetry data then? You know, like the conversations, because on TV it was crystal clear. We heard, we heard them talking, right? That one giant step for man, one step for man, one giant step for mankind. We all heard that on the news, crystal clear. We lost all that. It got erased. It seems shady. And then when you look into it, you see it was all these Nazi brilliant motherfuckers, right?
Yeah, what were you saying before? Nazi extensional or...
Exceptionalism. All those brilliant minds, Einstein, all these guys that invented the atomic bomb and all this stuff. These guys were brought here in what was called Operation Paperclip. And they brought all these brilliant minds here. And that's who founded NASA. Those guys. The same people that killed all the Jews. Right? So, if you project that into the future, you're like, my God, it's the same people in control. Because if you look at our food, right? Our food is owned by Monsanto mostly. And now they just got merged with another corporation called Bayer Faber. Bayer is a big German company owned by a conglomerate called Faber. And that company themselves admitted that they created the gas, which was called Zyklon B, to kill the Jews, right? They put the Jews in the gas chambers.
Bayer did?
Yeah. Well, their parent company, which they're part of, is called Faber, yes.
Faber?
Faber, F-A-B-E-R.
Okay.
And that company came out. You can see the letter that the CEO wrote it. He comes out and he says, I want to apologize for what we did in our participation in the Nazi war crimes and all that. And then when you think about it, Monsanto made mustard gas and Agent Orange, these things that, like, Jim got burned by.
No way. Monsanto made that too?
Yes. So now you have, and these people at the top of the pyramid say there's too many of us, right? So here, put all of that together. The Germans from there, right? The Nazis, NASA, the German company Bayer Faber merging with Monsanto, who Monsanto is the largest pesticide corporation on the planet to control our food. Doesn't that seem weird? Does it?
I mean, yeah.
Or does it look brilliant? Right? Right?
Yeah.
Look at Bill Gates and look at videos of all these guys talking about overpopulation. We need to lower the population. Male sperm count has plummeted. Birth rates are plummeting in this country. They're putting something in the food.
Well, they talk about like Mountain Dew and stuff like that. Like
they're putting stuff. I think they put this gene called epicite, and it makes male sperm attack itself. So I think that's what they're doing, and they are putting chemicals in the food.
The millennials are trying to say it's because it's so expensive to have children.
I think it's because they want less people. They don't need people anymore. We can be replaced with machines that do a better job. It's not so crazy to consider a possibility. Especially when you look at the history of both of those evil fucking corporations.
Bayer or Faber or...
Yeah.
Faber and
It's
Monsanto?
the same. It's like saying Google and Alphabet. Alphabet owns Google, right? Alphabet, DEA, CIA, DARPA, right?
Yeah.
FBI. That's what I believe it's called.
Wow.
Alphabet. And the way it works is this Alphabet, right, and Google, Alphabet take DARPA. DARPA is the Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency, and that was created to maintain technological supremacy, right? So that no one would ever surpass the U.S. in technology ever again. That was the reason they were created. And so the way it works is DARPA takes like $1 trillion tax dollars and throws it at a problem, and they don't have to worry about if they fail because they don't have to answer to shareholders. So they can take tremendous risk and find really amazing technologies. And then what they do, since it's the same owners that own those military industrial complex countries, Goldman Sachs and all that, once they develop that technology in secret, they share it with these other corporations that they control through hedge funds. It's really slick how they do it. And then their stock goes through the roof. The citizens, all of us slaves, paid for the research and development of those projects, and they benefit. It's very slick how it works.
Smart.
That's why Quora sent me that phrase, Nazi. The question that was sent to me, because I'm posting this stuff on the internet from time to time.
Yeah.
And it said, one of the questions that came to me that made me think, I have no way to know if it was directed at me or not, but I suspect. It says, I would like to get a good job, but I can't because I'm obsessed with Nazi exceptionalism. Right? And I thought, what a slick way for them to present that to me, you know?
Yeah. Mess with your subconscious.
Yeah, like we're superior, we're smart. And they are, man. There's no doubting it now. But it's like, I wonder if they sent me for that, because I think about like trying to get a job sometimes with one of these intelligence agencies or something like that. But I can't if I'm open about saying what I see, you know?
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's weird. Maybe it's nothing, but my mind racing with ideas. Like I had this crazy idea. I was driving down the street, and you know those billboards, the ones that change as you go by?
Yeah.
3 or 4 things. I thought they could make that more efficient just by combining the data they already have, right? Because they have tag readers, the cameras that take your tag. They know who's there, right? At that particular. So you could take each frame that's there and optimize it and get a better response rate from the ad by, instead of just in the same order putting those 4 or 5 things, isolate that 10 seconds, collect the data from all the cars that are seeing it at that time, right? Because you know who it is by just combining the data, and select which one of those would be optimal response for that subset.
Yeah.
Right? You could get a better rate. Right? Instead of showing me something about a home, right? If they could show me something about water, and like whatever the majority of that people would be the most effective on that group.
Yeah.
And that could be done in a millisecond.
So you're saying they could control the marketing of billboards and stuff?
They could. They could do a better job of it and get a better response rate. Because you could target even more specifically. The person that's driving by that sign in the morning is the same group of people that's driving by at 10 a.m. Right? 6 a.m. is all like guys like me. 10 a.m. is all soccer moms coming back after taking
I see what you're saying now, yeah.
So that population changes throughout the day. The person that's driving there at 3 a.m. is a different type of person in general. You know?
Yeah, the types of clientele.
Right, so you could adjust it and get a higher response rate. I thought that would be a slick idea. The technology that they have is amazing. But I guess now they heard that idea and they'll do it. Yeah?
Well,
they can harvest
when you were talking about that,
everything from us, man.
I thought you were going to say something about, like, the flicker rates, basically, and how, like...
That's fascinating stuff,
So that's what I thought you were going to talk
man.
about with the moving billboards.
All of that's fascinating. I read about all that. And now, like, when I was growing up, we were told about that experiment where they did with the popcorn, drink Coca-Cola in the movie theaters, right? They subliminally put that. Did you read about that?
No.
Supposedly they did that and it increased their sales, and for years that's what we were told. But now if you read online, supposedly that was all bullshit and it doesn't work and all that. But I thought, but how interesting, considering how they can change everything so fast, right? There's no books. They could say whatever they want and change it tomorrow.
Yeah.
What a smart thing to do, to say it didn't work.
I thought it did work, though, and that's why they did it for so long. They still do it.
Yeah, I believe they do too. But now if you research it now, all the data says, no, that's bullshit. It doesn't work. But I don't believe that.
Well, how can you, if the data proves otherwise?
Well, we don't know, do we? We have to take their word for it, don't
well,
we?
think about it. When you see that, do you not want to run to the lobby and go get popcorn and soda?
I don't know, but if it doesn't work, then why do they do product placement in television where they put a
Heineken
really,
in the new
or a
James
super,
Bond movie?
Or example, like a commercial will play a song like Office Depot had this one. They played a song, "Taking Care of Business Every Day." It's a very popular song among people my age. And then right at a very intense part of that song, cut the music, Office Depot. Right at that peak of that emotion. Boom. That's called anchoring. It's a technique in neurolinguistics. And
I love neurolinguistics.
Yeah, so they anchor that emotion to that name, right? So it imprints on your mind. If it doesn't work, then why do they do it? Right?
They don't want us to know what's really going on.
Exactly. And now they have total control over that. They could, in an instant, erase everybody's perception of anything. Right? They could change the definition of anything in Wikipedia in a fucking millisecond.
It's true.
They could change it for you, put a different one for me.
Did I ever tell you my hacker did that? My hacker changed Wikipedia one time of like talking about me, just like instantly in a second though, literally within moments he did it.
Anybody can do that.
And then he changed it back literally within seconds.
Anybody can do that knows how to do it. I don't know how to do it.
Yeah. It was alarming though, like seeing what he put up there about me and stuff.
Yeah, it's amazing stuff.